Hello, everyone. So, today we're going to be propagating this beautiful, beautiful plant. But all of these different processes that we're going to be doing can be carried through to any herbaceous house plant. It's going to be as user friendly as possible and something that everyone will have it in their own home and can do themselves or get at their local plant nursery. So this is our beefsteak plant. It's in the Amaranthaceae family. Um, it is native to Brazil, and it is a really beautiful red color, as you can see, or pinkish purple. So to start off, we're going to be taking cuttings from the plant throughout. For my experiment to see which media is the best, I am taking about 10 to 15 cuttings throughout all parts of the plant and seeing which type of media grows the best type of roots or the most optimal types of roots. And the best types of roots that I will be looking for is the longest and the most abundant type of roots that develop due to what media the cutting is sitting in, if that makes sense. So my cuttings are about 6 to 8 inches, I would say, and I'm taking it from all parts of the plant. I hate to interrupt your program. I just failed to mention the fact that when you're making these cuts along the stem, you want to make sure that you're cutting right below the node, because the node is where all of the roots are going to be cutting out of when you're growing these roots. Okay, now back to the show. But I'm trying to take from the lowest part for majority because this all ties together with the cone of juvenility, which means that if you take cuttings from a lower portion of the plant or as close to the ground or dirt as possible or soil as possible, these cuttings are ontogenetically youngest and more juvenile, so there will be a higher likelihood of these plants or these cuttings rooting quickly. So I'm just going throughout trying to get as many cuttings as I need. I'm going to be working with 5 different media. One is going to be just plain old water. Another is going to be in ProMix, which you can get at a local garden or nursery, plant store, wherever you fancy to get your plant needs. And then I will be using these hydroponic clay balls, or LECA, L-E-C-A. And then for our last 2 media, we're going to be using this homemade clay that one of my classmates made for me, actually. They work in they do a lot of their research with clay, and just offered to fire up some clay. They thought that they could make it, so I was like, yeah, why not? Give it to me. Let's see what we can do. So those are all my cuttings that I took, and now I'm going to be returning the pot of the mother plant back to its rightful home, and we will get started on preparing our media.